How long does it take to be successful? I'm gonna tell you in this video. And I am sweaty, and I am gross, and I'm nasty, and I stink. You don't wanna be around me right now. And that's why I'm making this video right now. Because I am just coming back from the gym where I got my butt kicked. I did hit a new PR on squat, 325, which is really good for me. I weigh about 165 or so. I want to get that down to about 155 and lift 1,000 pounds across the major lifts, bench press, squat, and deadlift. Right now, I'm at like 950, 960, and I would need to drop about 10 pounds to hit my goal. And everything in me this week wanted to quit. And I almost did. I kind of did. I took 2 days off, and I caught up on a lot of sleep, and I have been at this for quite a while, a long time. And I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. And this week I wanted to quit both. I kind of hit a wall, just a minor wall, and I hit walls all the time. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, like, I am an emotional person. Some days I think I'm the king. Sometimes I think I am a big old loser. And I keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's the difference. There's a great book by Jeff Olson called The Slight Edge, and he makes this very simple argument. And he says that the results we get in our life are never, I don't think it's never, very rarely the result of big swings up. They're the result of compound habits that happen over time and give us exponential results. Now, the big jump does happen. You know, you have a video go viral, you have somebody get big on American Idol. That stuff happens. But even they are usually the result of things that didn't work, trying a whole lot of things before that one hit. But how long does it take? How long does it take for that thing to hit? How long does it take to reach big goals? How long does it take for you to be successful? How long does it take for you to get rich? How long does it take for you to have the body that you want? I used to say 1 year. Now, I have a little bit of a different answer. I'll tell you why. There's a YouTuber in the fitness space. His name is Greg O'Gallagher. His channel is Kino Body. He's super honest about this, and I like the way that he approaches this. He says, how long does it take to get the body that you want? He gets that question a lot. And he very, very straightforward says 2 years. It takes 2 years to get the body that you want. And when he says that, according to him, people freak out. I'm not gonna have the body that I want for 2 years? Are you kidding me? And he says, wait. Before you freak out about 2 years, it's not like you're gonna be working super hard and not seeing any progress for 2 years and then wake up 2 years in and you've got the perfect body. It doesn't work like that. What it means is that 6 months are gonna go by and you're gonna have a whole lot of progress. A year is gonna go by and you have a whole lot of progress, then 2 years come and you reach that goal. Now, I used to say 1 year, but I noticed something. I noticed that at the 1 year point, that's when you have proven that you've got something. And so that's when you are basically free from wherever you moved away from. But it's not until the end of year 2 that you really reach the level in which you have made it. And sometimes it takes longer than that. But I've noticed that at the end of the 1 year mark, there's a plateau, a big old plateau. So I coach a lot of entrepreneurs. I have a video that has a few million views on YouTube that is about building $1 million business in 12 months or less. And I have had hundreds of people watch that and tell me that they now run $1 million business. But I would say the majority of them, after the 12-month period, plateau. They plateau at $1 million. Very few of them, unless we're working together or they're around a group that is holding them accountable, spend the next year working just as hard to get to 3 million or 5 million or 10 million. Now I know I have other students who have gone all in for 2 years and have hit $10 million after a couple of years. maybe not 2 years, but sometimes 3 years. I have one student who sold a company for $20 million after 3.5 years. I have a student that got to $25 million a year, 2 years. Now the first year is like proving the concept. It's kind of like your newbie gains as a person who's working out. Like if you read any like men's fitness stuff, you'll know after the first year, you think you're the king because your body's changing so fast, you're all excited, and after 12 months, your newbie gains pretty much gone. Your newbie gains, like it starts to get harder. Progress happens more slowly. But the people who put in that second year of work, they look completely different than the person who only worked for a year. Some people work for, they lose their newbie gains and then they stop. They stop doing the habits and they start looking for those big curves up. They start looking for cheats and hacks and shortcuts. Same thing with business. With business, you have a lot of entrepreneurs who put in the work for a year, are willing to sweat it out for 1 year. They might hit the first million, and then it's like, what if it changes? What if Amazon makes a change? What if Facebook makes a change? And they go into defense mode rather than staying on the offense. It takes 2 years of offense for you to really break out. Going just as hard on the first year, just as hard on the second year as you did on the first year. That first year is when you've got skin in the game. It's when you reach a point in which you have proven yourself in the marketplace. But it's the second year where you break out from the rest of the crowd. And most people won't do it. Most people will not put in the second year. They'll hit the first year and they'll plateau. But at the end of the second year, that's when your business starts spitting off cash. That's when it's independent of whatever sales channel you came from. That's when it's a sellable business. That's when it's got enough momentum and enough cash flow for you to be investing into other places. Or 2 years of fitness, that's when you look different than the person who only put in a year. Or relationships. Did you know that you are biologically only sexually attracted to one person for 2 years? 2 years? That is when all romantic attraction is gone. First year, most of it's gone. Second year, now you're in a relationship. Now you're not relying on hormones anymore. At the end of 2 years, your newbie gains and relationships are gone too. That's why most people's relationships end after 2 years. 2 years is what it takes. 2 years is enough time to make $1 million, build a big following. 2 years of consistent showing up, consistent habits, creating compound results. That's what it takes. That's how long it takes to be successful. If you're not willing to put at least 1 year to do something new, don't start. And I mean 1 year of not even evaluating the results. A year of just showing up without getting anything in return. Don't do it if you can't put in 1 year. And 2 years to be at the level that you want to be. That's what it takes. 2 years is when you have proven something enough to where you are successful in that area. And you know what that means? It's not like at that point you're done. That's the point at which you've built the foundation to be able to do it consistently for as long as you want. After 2 years, now you've got the body that can be sustained for the rest of your life. After 2 years, you've got a business that you can grow and be a full-time entrepreneur for the rest of your life. After 2 years, you've proven that you're in a relationship that has the staying power to last for the rest of your life, if such a thing exists. 2 years. How long does it take to be successful? 1 year to have skin in the game, and 2 to reach the level that you want. If you're not willing, if that scares you in any area, don't start. Because you can spend 2 years doing lots of things. And we don't like this. Like we want the quick fix. We want the shortcut. We don't want to sleep on the floor when you're an entrepreneur. We want to live in the downtown high rise. That's what we want, that right away. We want to show off on Instagram. We want to show our rockin' body right away. We want it right now. But I am telling you, if you discover what the habit is, the habit that is going to lead you to success. If you do that for 2 years, you will be farther ahead and get there faster than all the people who are looking for shortcuts. Maybe not in the first 90 days. Maybe the person looking for the shortcut is going to pass you in the first 90 days. But if you do the habit for a year, 2 years, you will be ahead of all of those people, all of them. And only a few of you are going to do that in any area. Only a few of you, because studies show that the biggest contribution to success is one's ability to delay gratification. So you've got to delay it for 2 years. Now that doesn't mean you wake up 2 years from now and you're rich. It doesn't mean 2 years from now you wake up and you got the body. It means that you've had progress along the way and you blasted through the walls and you kept practicing the habit. And sometimes you took 2 days to catch up on sleep, only so that you could take a breath and go back to the habits, because that's what it takes for 2 years. And that is what is required of you if you're going to be successful. And some people will say like give up sleep for 2 years, or give up, living luxury in 2 years, give up time for 2 years. The universe always requires that you make a trade. You are always making a trade. You're making a trade for 2 years. And then you have more resources to trade for the rest of your life. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments.